watering hole. BoIt playing Poseidon and Hagrit is going to be playing Loki. Quite a bit different gods, but both quite aggressive, and on watering hole that should be quite fun. And Farin, why no camels? Well, because mainly BoIt was having in horrible economy for food, basically like almost none. So he couldn't afford it all that much, and in that case, with his economy overall, the chariots were just simply better unit for him. Because they are not bad either, but against Horsies with actually iron shields already, it just stops being effective. Yeah, he was having just like about 10 farms or whatnot. Just not enough for some kind of good production. Anyway, we are right now in this third game on watering hole between Hagrit and BoIt, and they are having quite a funny map, especially BoIt at the top. Can see it's gonna be easy for him to potentially wall up if he wants to, which I don't really expect all that much, because to be honest, he is gonna be trying to be aggressive, the same as his opponent, so let's see how it's gonna play out. Yeah, exactly, Chrono. Chariots can be good, even against the Horsies, but they need to hide behind something, and that wasn't really that much to hide behind in there. So gold in here on the left definitely gonna help, with the one on the right as well, together with the hippos. Seems to be quite alright as far as the TC goes, even the extra gazelles. That's not really how bad. Another gold in the front, and if we can somehow wall in here, he's still gonna be having quite a bit better map than we have already seen. So better village 8 points, very nice relic for both. Will be helpful. For the opponent we are seeing what kind of relic that's gonna be. Better cavalry chariot at 8 points. Well, kinda unlucky right now that Hagrid is actually Loki and not the Thor. You definitely have welcomed that a bit better, because right now we could be expecting only the Horsies from him, or rather mainly the Horsies from him, and well, otherwise plenty of food for him, of course, everywhere across the map, some extra piggies, some gazelles, and potentially even in the middle, some even more gazelles and hippos in there. So of course this is going to be pretty fine map for both, and we should be seeing quite interesting aggressive gameplay. What is not interesting for Hagrid is exactly the placement of the 3 TCs. Looking at this one, yeah, you can kind of pick whose actually TCs these are. But they are both basically BoIts and not Hagrid. So we're not exactly certain how Hagrid is gonna approach this. Because right now he has scouted at least this one in the front. Not sure if he has seen the one on the left. But it's gonna be just a question of time. And he at least knows that there's nothing in the vicinity in the front. So he probably does realize how the map is supposed to be played and what he will have to do against his opponent. In the meantime, of course, right now already Temple coming for a bit of a wall-in. I'm going to be using this tree line to help him. Gonna be continue with some houses or long house or whatnot once he advances. Let's see. And maybe potentially on the left it's going to be also easier for him to wall. Basically the same as for BoIt, and they should be quite nicely protected if they don't screw this up. Felipe, the finals so far they are not set, but they are kinda tentatively aiming for tomorrow evening, for Friday evening GMT. But yeah, as I said, it's not really set yet. So follow me here on the channel and I guess on Facebook and Twitter, and when it is set, I'm going to be letting you know when it's starting and when you should be watching. Anyway, moving back to this match, as we are looking at the Poseidon, who is still having the nice rhino in there, not really using it left, or rather yet. But he has already used, of course, the lure up, and it seems like that it got about 3 gazelles, 2 cranes, and 1 hippo. That's actually a pretty good catch for him, as the spy is on the hunters, of course. They are going to be moving probably to the right. And yeah, it's gonna be kinda hardish, kinda hard for Hagrid to actually raid if it's played properly by BoIt. But so far BoIt is not really interested in walling, as is his opponent. This is a weird choice, because why would you actually build this if you can place the houses to put a full wall in there, protecting the tower and also protecting away inside your base? I think this is not a good logic behind it. Even though I see what he's doing, it's just basically a bit of a custom, not custom. He's used to doing it like this to protect the tower, but there was a bit of bit more efficient way that he could have done it with. So advancing at pretty much the same time, so it's gonna be double stable one archer range. It's actually not bad, because he of course needs the archer range against the Horsies. And he's building the buildings so passively. This is just weird. At this stage, I would be really expecting that BoIt will be placing the stable in front of the tower to protect the tower, and much more importantly, to basically yet again wall off this part of the map altogether. But it could be coming down to the fact that he basically doesn't know that the map on the left is actually cut off, and if he knew, he could be doing that. But yeah, this is just... At any rate, this just doesn't make any sense. This base building. But well, they are probably not going to be minding all that much, either of them, because they probably are not thinking about defense all that much, as both are having aggressive civilizations and just will be moving forward into aggression and hoping that it's going to be decided on the battlefield in the middle and not somewhere next to the bases. Yeah. I mean, like, why? Right now, this just triggers me right about now. Why are you continuing like this when you can just plug the hole here and you're happy? I mean... Oh man. Anyway, it's probably going to be coming from the fact that they haven't scouted the map well. They don't see exactly how the map looks and how they should be doing it a bit differently. But it's still inefficient. Still inefficient overall. But yeah, well, we are right now finally going to be seeing some first engagements, and Hagrit definitely hoping that he can get some mythical spawns from this. It's also a question if he's actually not... If he's not housed, because of course when you are housed, you're not gonna get the mythical unit. So let's see about this. Well, that's a good point, that you cannot run away that way, but you still can run away here. Or... I mean, when you are in a match where you are actually hoping to be the aggressive one, why would you be thinking about actually running away? It just doesn't make that much of a sense. If you are hoping to be the one that will be leading the aggression, which I'm definitely hoping that he is, then you are just basically plugging the holes to be effectively defended against some surprise raidings, which you can be expecting from Poseidon, of course, and not really thinking where you can be running away with your units. You can see he didn't even take the right route, he took the left route by default. So basically, yeah, I don't really see the logic behind it all that much. Anyway, it just happened in that. Right now, going to be moving around, trying to get rid of this. And if you still want to somehow make this and make sure that you can actually run away through this position, then still, where is the wall? There is absolutely no way, or rather no reason, to actually keep this open and let your opponent do whatever he wants in that part of the map. Yeah, well, base building, some base building thoughts here, as you got finally some first mythical spawn, and this is of course gonna be a pretty big problem for the Poseidon, because Poseidon is not Zeus. Yeah, big surprise there, which means that he does have just the heroes, and he cannot really defend himself by the mythical units all that effectively. That's the power of Zeus, having a bit easier access to the mythical units, but yeah, right now he's not having that, and he will have to rely on just two heroes, and they are also not as great as for Zeus, because let's face it, Odysseus is basically the best, one of the best heroes, if not the best, after Bellerophon probably. And well, this poor guy is just gonna be trolled to death. As he's just now going to be lost, and with a bit of luck, Hagrit should be getting some extra mythical spawn, which I'm fairly certain he's right now hoping for, and that's why he engaged there. I'm pretty certain that he actually was thinking, yeah, well, right now I'm gonna get another mythical spawn and win the battle through that. But it didn't happen, and that's, yeah, what resulted into this pretty much a disaster, because he lost plenty of units for nothing. You can see about 3, 4, 5, 6 Horsies. Whereas he killed about, I don't know, 1, 2 Horsies? Totally horrible. And right now, apparently, he dodged a bullet in there. Quite a big one. As he just ran away from BoIt fast enough. Ran away fast enough, sorry. And Temple gone. That's gonna be making it a bit more difficult to produce units for him. And of course, right now, the Hippicons are gonna be pushing forward into the enemy base and hoping to somehow punish him. Right now, running out of gold, that's a pretty big problem, especially considering the bit of scouting right now by BoIt in the left. Tower up. He's going to be moving to the gold mine on the left side. But this is looking very dire right now for Hagrit. But Hagrit is having plenty of houses in the top. Plenty of houses. He's having economy that is probably going to be protected. Because usually when you are aggressive playing, like BoIt right about now, you don't really think about the fact that your opponent can be basically behind your lines. So usually it's kinda hard to locate for the opponent. As right now Longhouse is coming up in the front. Well, it's kinda tricky building placement in here. I would be, at this point, I would be probably just placing it next to the TC to try and defend it a bit better. Oh, well, Aphrodite right off the bat. Well, right now it's probably time to resign for Hagrid then. Because with Aphrodite, that's gonna be pretty hard. Even though I actually don't think that curse works on heroes. Even Horsies. Right now, I don't want to lie, but I don't think that it does. I'm actually not certain, but I don't think that it will be working on Horsies. No, goddammit. On Horsies, but right now he's probably not going to be needing it all that much. Because right now, all he needs to do is basically steal this. Steal the gold mine from his opponent, and his opponent is just going to be out of gold. He potentially does have gold right here. But question is for how much longer, because of course the TC already being captured by BoIt is probably going to be given up quite soon. And medium Hippicons are in, and that's a nail in the coffin. Yeah, right now probably seeing it, Hagrid is going to be resigning, and that means that BoIt played this game a whole lot better, and he is quite comfortable, not only with Egyptians, but with Greeks as well. Yeah, Loki on Nila. It's a bit different than on Titans, of course. A bit different indeed. Alright, so that was well played, and we are yet again aiming for BoIt getting the lead in the match 2-1. Well, nothing really all that surprising so far, just the efficiency for Hagrid. 23 military count, 8 units killed, but it's not like BoIt killed all that much more, 13. But he was having a bit better army than that. Same researches, but unfortunately, not same heroic ages. Well then, GG.